45 minutes, bro.
Let's rate this thing.
Let's do it. What's going on, man? How are you? All right, Clonakilty. This is their Armagnac finished whiskey, and this is Addie's Fine Wine and Spirits, their single barrel. So if you want to try this with us, if you want to try this after we talk about it, because we do such a good job talking about it, you can go to Addie's Wine and Spirits on Transit Road, pick up a bottle of this. They do have some left. It is going really fast because this is fantastic, and anything finished in Armagnac is going to give you that taste that you probably haven't experienced before in whiskey.
Correctamundo.
All right, so Clonakilty, label branding, what are you giving it?
A++ check mark. Check mark. A++ check mark, check mark. You got the marker out here?
I don't know if you're going to continue going.
No.
Or if you were done.
That's what she said.
I do not have, yep, damn right. That was a good one. I do not, but I will write it down here. A++ check mark.
Check mark.
Okay. So A++ check. The reason that I like this so much, and then you can add anything that I didn't cover.
Thanks, Dad.
Is one, you're welcome, son, that this comes in a box, which to me is a huge selling point. More whiskeys outside of Scotch and Ireland should start coming in boxes because I think that it adds a marketing material, not only draws the attention of people looking to buy something, but it also gives someone something to keep after the bottle is gone, because nobody wants an empty bottle on their shelf, but they could have an empty box on their shelf. So they have the whale tail, which is, what is it called? What kind of whale? Minke whale? Minke whale? Yeah, Minke whale, which is native to that area of Ireland. So that's kind of the logo that they went with, is this whale tail here. And the back of the box is Clonakilty, a town in the southernmost tip of Ireland on the Atlantic seaboard, is where we have built our distillery. We have hand-selected the finest casks in which to finish our whiskey at the Atlantic Ocean warehouse. Perched high on a cliff, it is a very special environment to mature an exceptional whiskey. And raging storms and crashing waves send spray and foam upwards, filling the air with salt, oxygen, and vitality. In this environment, our casks don't sleep, they live an exciting life. It is as it should be. It is also from this special place that we draw from the purest water, a single deep well, remote and unspoiled, to enhance every precious drop. Our whiskey is triple distilled, giving it a smooth yet complex character. The care and attention we take in this unique environment allows us to harness the purity of our land and sea to craft spirits that feed the soul. Clonakilty Distillery. Beautiful. A++ check.
Boom.
Nose. What are you getting on the nose? It is toasty in here.
I don't think people understand how much insulation we put around us.
Turn on the heater.
And it's warm. But I'd rather, listen, I'm not going to complain because it's so much better than literally freezing. No, don't blow a fuse. We're too far into the episode. Leave it.
Oh, that's a good point. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, you're fine.
We'll try it out after. All right, so nose. What do you get on the nose?
You get, like, spice on the nose.
Yeah.
Like, oh, man, this is going to be really hot. Which we'll talk about literally in un momento. But that's your first initial reaction. Wow, this is going to be really hot.
Yeah, you're getting a lot of honey on the nose, too.
And yes, there's a lot of honey.
And a little bit of
you get
that grape.
You get the faintest bit of vanilla. Faintest bit. Grape, like a green grape skin.
Yeah, from that Armagnac finish.
I taste that more than I smell it, but on the
initial taste, or the nose, A+?
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like it's on the back end of the nose, is the grape.
I have also had allergies up the wazoo lately. So
the pollen is so annoying. I spent 5 hours on my truck detailing it, and then within a half an hour, it was covered in pollen.
It's so annoying, and I feel disgusting, and I'm going to burst a throat again if I hold in a sneeze. So anyway, A+ on the nose. If you didn't catch that, last year I burst in my throat. Initial taste, what are you getting?
He says it's from sneezing, but all the fans know why that actually happened.
It was from pizza.
Initial taste, I'm getting a little bit of baking spice. I do get the grape on the initial taste. You get kind of like it's not like a typical Kentucky bourbon in the tasting notes. It's kind of like a blend between whiskey and gin in some of the tasting notes, where you would get, you know how when you drink gin, it's like very obvious what the tasting note is?
It's floral.
That's what I'm saying. So the floral notes in gin are toned down and mellowed to where you're like, okay, I'm definitely still drinking whiskey, and your mouth is trying to figure out like what actually just hit it. And then when you swallow it, you salivate, and then it fully clicks like, okay, yes, this is a whiskey. There is an oil content. And the honey kind of coats your mouth, and then you start to pick up a little bit of floral notes, almost like a pear, grape in the taste, and it's just crisp. And you're like, wow, okay, this is actually dynamic and enjoyable to where you want to keep slightly sipping it to enjoy the levels of it, but it's not like you're tasting it with your sinuses either. So it'll travel through your sinuses, but all the taste stay in your mouth.
What I like a lot about this, and this is consistent across all of their products, is they tend to be more on the lower proof point, which is good for people looking to get into some of the whiskey and are a little bit reluctant to try anything above a 90 proof. This is 43.6, so it comes out obviously to like 80, 87. But the flavors are still very full-bodied.
And it's soft.
It's soft. It's very full-bodied. It kind of tastes a little thick, which is something that you would not expect for something that was diluted so much to get down to an 86, 87 proof. I love this. I like your call on the pear. I'm also getting a little bit of apricot, but like that fresh, like summery type of fruit that you're getting on the taste.
Yeah. This is something that you would want to have when it's like today. 80, 85, no clouds, sunny, but you still want whiskey, go to this. If you want to put in a little bit of ice, and I'm talking like half of a crushed ice cube, or like 1 to 2 drops, and then just let this sit, this is a nice sipper when it's hot out.
A plus?
Yeah. A plus initial taste. Any note, you do get some spice. Trying to really nail down like what it is. I don't necessarily, I can't say it's like a baking spice. It's a blend between pepper and wood sugar that I'm getting on the ending note. And it kind of rounds out the whiskey experience, opposed to more of like the floral, like gin whiskey mix on the initial taste that you get.
Have you ever had a light, like a very light skinned cigar dipped in bourbon before?
No, but I have one.
That is
from St. Lawrence.
That is what I feel like this tastes on the back end. It's a little bit tobacco-y for me. It has this charred, deep kind of tobacco taste, but it's so light that it just travels down very quickly. But you kind of get that right on the back, like past your taste buds as it's going down your throat.
On the back of my mouth, at the very beginning of my throat, you get the tingling of the spice and the pepper, and then it just like, it's such a high hug, but it dead nut stops in the center of your sternum, and you're like, what is going on? And that's it. It just dissipates. There's no gut wrenching, like, ugh, like I just drank ethanol. It sits really well in your stomach, and we're taking multiple sips trying to nail these tasting notes down for people, but it's not unsettling in the stomach.
I'm sorry, not a tobacco or a light cigar dipped in bourbon. Light cigar dipped in white wine.
I never had one of those. Nor do I have one of those in my humidor.
Nor do I think that they really make them. But that's what I'm like. You're getting that grape ending note too that's kind of mixed in with the tobacco. And then a little bit of char wood sugar at the end too.
Now I want a stogie, dude.
All right. Let's do it. Fire it up. Okay, so ending note, what are you getting? What are you giving it? A?
A, yeah. That's fair.
That's fair. All right. Final rating?
Give me that countdown.
3, 2, 1.